Hey, it's Lily back again with another video. So today I actually want to talk about why it's important to be really picky on who you follow online or who you're watching, consuming. And I feel like I've made tons of videos like this before previously, but I really want to emphasize particularly on your followers and who you're following. And I think that a lot of us, you probably already know, when you're online on like YouTube, social media, a lot of the things that are recommended to you are based on people you follow, based on people on the content you consume, and then the algorithm just promotes more content that's similar to things that you've been watching, and then promotes other kind of videos that would more likely have you watch more. So the whole purpose being online on social media or these apps or even just on YouTube is that the YouTube and all these social medias want you to stay on the app or just pretty much on the web longer in their portal. So that's really what it is. They want you to stay longer on there and then spend time in consuming the things that they have to offer. Frankly, on YouTube, which is I think slightly a little different from other social medias, but still I would consider so pretty much a social media, is that you are able to watch a lot of long-term content here, and maybe you might be able to get more in depth of the creators who you're watching or the people you're following. But why I emphasize who you follow is extremely important, and why you should curate it in a way that is beneficial for you is because you already know whatever you consume, you will become. And a lot of people actually don't realize what they're consuming. Most of the time, they end up spending hours and hours wasting their time being on social media or on YouTube, consuming things that are not really beneficial for them. Most of the time, entertainment, or it might be, I don't know, some form of content that's not beneficial for their growth. But the truth is, if you're able to understand and use social media in a way to help you grow and leverage yourself, or just in general get better overall, like that is your best advantage. We kind of live in a space where you can't really hide from online. You can delete your apps and disappear from it, which I've done previously, which honestly, I'm not on any other social media besides YouTube. And the reason why I'm on YouTube because I make content and I love creating, and that makes me extremely happy. But if you're not a creator, which I highly suggest everyone should be creating content that they really love and enjoy, because not only is a really great skill set to exercise, but you end up creating communities and people who are like-minded in you. And I just can't seem to get rid of that valuable asset. It's extremely important being surrounded by people who think like you, or at least want to do things like you, and the most positive aspects, right? It's also extremely important to see a diverse perspectives of different people coming in and, collaborating with you or communicating with you. Overall, there's just so immense value being online and creating communities that support you and honestly love and enjoy your content or the way that they want to live. Okay, so when it comes to following people, I think it's really important to decipher if these people are beneficial for you. I know we probably follow people online, like maybe your mom and pop, or your aunt, or maybe your, cousin, and I think those are really great. I do have old Facebooks or something that a lot of my relatives on there, but the truth is I haven't been creeping in there because they provide no much value to what I'm really trying to do with my life. Not that I'm saying they're not important, they're just not they're just family members, and I get to see them in real life anyways. I don't need to see 24/7 what they're posting, or whether my cousin is, I don't know, having a birthday party or baby shower. I'm already invited. So there's no need for me to go and get tagged on photos also that I'm not particularly happy being in it. But anyways, the truth is that, picking the people who you really want to follow and really admire or at least provide value to your life is extremely important, because the more time you spend with these people online, honestly, sometimes people don't even have the average 5 that they spend in person. Everyone kind of consumes their life, online now, and the top 5 people now you actually hang out with is probably creators or people online, especially young people who just kind of grew up on the web and they haven't had really the opportunities to develop real relationships outside from being online. And the thing is that the people you follow online could shape your mindset of how you perceive life, and the amount of content you continue to consume could also change how you think about yourself. And if you follow people who are honestly not the best kind of people, right, promoting things that you're not really passionate about or you find valuable or correlate to your values, to be honest, you might actually be contradicting yourself, and you might be actually becoming one of them or becoming very similar to them, because the worst thing you can do is contradict your own values, which honestly 70% of people actually do that. They go online and they click on videos they don't frankly really enjoy. They watch the whole video and then they become keyboard warriors online and start typing about how they disagree or any kind of negative comment they post online. And to me, I don't really understand why people would spend their time going and watch content that they frankly don't like, and then put energy to tell them that people they don't like. They tell people that they don't like their content. Like, if you don't like it, you would just move on. That's my point of view. What I would do, not waste time in places that you don't really like. But the truth is, majority of people are like this online. They actually spend their time consuming materials that trigger them or some not aligned to who they are, and they engage with it and try to converse with communities that are not aligned with them, or just they're not part of it. And so they spend a lot of time just being angry and frustrated about things that they should just walk away or have no business in. And so it's extremely important that when you're online, that what kind of things are you watching? Do they align with your values? Do they align to where you want to go? And do these content creators are part of your long-term plan and strategy? And so I think it's extremely weird, honestly, if you're online watching videos that provide no beneficial value to you, because in reality, your mind starts to shift that way. And so naturally, whatever we surround ourselves or listen to or we watch online, to be honest, we start becoming like that, even though we unknowingly are aware of it. And so our mind is constantly absorbing everything around us, and what we think and what we perceive becomes reality for us. And a lot of people still don't really know that, is that what we believe internally inside is actually the reflection of how our life is going to be. And so one thing is that you might actually be carrying beliefs and ideas that you don't even recognize that were yours. There might be beliefs that limit you from becoming who you really want to be, or beliefs that limit you from actually getting to where you want to be. And so the thing is that these beliefs come from somewhere, and they could also be coming from people that you're following online that push agendas on you or perspectives that you later adopt. And so especially if you're very young, young people who are online are probably the most sensitive or the most vulnerable, or people who just aren't really self-aware of themselves or know themselves really well, could fall into tunnels and places online that get them into darker places rather than helping them get out of it. And so if you feel like your life is extremely dark right now and you go online and you find people who are agreeing with you, more likely you're gonna stay in this dark, deep tunnel. You'll find out this dark, deep tunnel is real for you, and you end up staying there longer. And so the truth is that, again, whatever you believe is your reality. If you believe life is extremely hard for you or a really deep dark tunnel, you end up having it that way show up in your life. And so this is extremely important, and what you need to do is honestly check out who you're following, who the people are. Do they align with what you do? Do they promote things that you're really happy and passionate about? Is it part of your long-term strategy of your growth and development? And I also always tell people, like, would you share this person to anyone else? And this is also really key. When someone else asks you, who do you follow? Would you be able to share to who share these people? And would you be okay with it? Like, would it not bother you and stuff like that? I think it's extremely important to think of it that way. And then honestly limit yourself, the people who you find the most valuable, and only follow those people who continue to promote the things that you really want to do with your life. And honestly, being online is freaking wild west here. And you can click on one person and you can love one of their videos, only that one video, and you can honestly not like any of the other videos. And that's perfectly fine. And the other part is too that you can click on one person's all their videos and suddenly they go into a change to someone else. And again, that's perfectly fine. At the end, I think it's really important to always double check and constantly revision who you're following, so you keep yourself fresh and aware that are you going to where you need to be. Hope that makes sense. I had followed some people before on my YouTube, primarily because I'm on YouTube, that I don't follow anymore because they just don't, they went a different path or they're doing something different, and I'm just not that interested in part of them anymore, or they just don't align to my goals and strategy of how I want to live my life. And so I just unfollow, and that's perfectly fine. I think I eventually found other creators that creating content that I find more valuable in part that calls to me at the moment and who I am right now, and I'll do that. But there's also creators that I always follow for years and absolutely love and adore them, and I have not yet followed. They're probably pinned on top of my favorites on YouTube, and I continue to absorb and follow their content. And there's some new ones that just popped out and I'm like, wow, like, where have you been? And so I want to make this video for anyone who is just been online and been feeling a little stressed out. I think it's really important, again, to really consider what are you consuming and to be a little more intentional when it comes to your growth in your life. And as usual, I want you to prosper. I want you to have a very happy, balanced life. And I'm making this video for a while. I wish I made this video a long time ago, or I wish I had this video a while back before I got really burnt out on being online. But again, I hope you find this video helpful. I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, bye.